Hi, I'm Ann Kennedy. I'm here with Bruce Clay and Rob Murray. We just had a great session here at SES Chicago on search, what's next, where to next. And one of the things that came up was what can people do next week? And Bruce, you had an interesting comment about keywords. You want to tell us about that?
Sure. My suggestion is that every project, everybody that has a company that's doing marketing should really start looking at their keywords all over again. That the keywords that were ideal a couple years ago probably aren't ideal today. Longer-tailed type of keywords are more appropriate. It's going to cause them to have more content needs perhaps, but they have to start with their keywords and they have to make it part of their site. And I also recognize that in many cases that may mean you have to redo your site.
And Rob, what are you seeing on that score?
My advice to marketers was that they should go back and really take a deep dive and understand how the search engine results pages are being constructed within their category and their keyword set. Really understanding, what social sites, what blogs, what type of syndicated sites, whether it's video, image, understand really how the SERPs are being created in their category against their keyword set, and take a real inventory of that sort of what we call the search shelf space, and understand that so that they can go back and then build a holistic content strategy that will address all those touch points, as they get pulled into the SERPs.
So speaking of shelf space for search, what else, what other media, what other places are people looking for information that are crowding out that our searchers, our marketers need to be aware of?
Well, certainly we're seeing a growing search volumes at Facebook and other points like that. Not to the point where Google is going to go out of business tomorrow, but we're definitely seeing a rising trend in people using the Facebooks of the world, as a search portal. But again, I think we're a long way away from them ever displacing, the major 3 search portals.
Bruce, do you think that paid advertising is going to become more valuable, more useful, more necessary?
Well, I think it'll be more necessary. I think that one of the things we've seen in Google is that they have folded in so much in the universal content area at position 3.5 that it has started to form a wall, that the click-throughs at position 4 have started to drop. As soon as that happens, I think that people, in order to maintain traffic, even if they're at the bottom of the first page, are going to have to revert to some sort of pay-per-click as a supplemental activity. But I agree. We need to actually look at other ways to get on the first page. We need to do videos. We need to do news. We need to do images. It isn't just text anymore. It isn't edit the HTML and that's SEO and you're done. We have to look at the other content types and make sure that we play in all those spaces. And YouTube, yeah, we got to play there. Google owns it. We got to play there. Facebook, absolutely, it's a media.
And within the enterprises, what are the big impediments to making all this happen?
Getting an enterprise to change their website, I think, is difficult. But they are very motivated by bottom line, and as soon as they start seeing traffic drops, I don't think we have to worry about motivating them nearly as much as keeping up with them. The problem most of them have is that there are so many fingers in the pie that getting an entire organization to change direction is not as easy as it might have been a few years ago.
Yeah, I would add to that lack of proper alignment within the major enterprises is the largest inhibitor we see. You may have 10 business units that are all competing for certain sets of keywords that overlap. You've got a marketing team that's trying to run the overall marketing, the pay-per-click and the SEO programs, and you have an IT department that might control the website. And so what you have is you have a lot of structural misalignment, and it creates a lot of turf wars and infighting, and it just it makes things a lot harder to do things in a concerted and holistic manner when you talk about enterprises for that very reason.
So clearly the challenges before us are to embrace change, as these gentlemen have been doing for 10, 11, 15 years. This is Ann Kennedy at SES Chicago.